What's going on, everybody? I'm Jay Couture, your news and entertainment correspondent, and welcome back to another episode of On the TL, where we talk about the latest on your timelines right here on the Reese Radio YouTube channel. Make sure you're subscribed so you never miss out on the latest in news and more. First up, we're talking about Disney's new Peter Pan and Wendy movie coming soon. Recently, Disney dropped the first look of the new movie, and just like a black Little Mermaid, we now have a black Tinkerbell. Grownish actor Yara Shahidi will star as the new Pixie Fairy. Now, I feel like Little Mermaid got some good positive comments and reactions more than negative, but unfortunately this time around Tinkerbell is definitely getting some negative responses. I dug a little deep and saw some tweets. Yes, there were some positive reviews and comments, but the top three that a lot of people had to speak on, we're about to get into. The first and most talked about comment was race swapping. Some are blaming Disney for blackwashing white characters. This is the first time I've ever heard of the term blackwashing. I don't even think Merriam-Webster knows about blackwashing. That blackwashing comment is definitely a stretch. Now, if I'm correct, this is only the second or third time that a traditionally white Disney character is now being recreated as a person of color. I feel like blackwashing will mean, the whole Disney princess gang is now being recreated to people of color. Then maybe we could talk about blackwashing, but that whole term right there is definitely a stretch. However, there's a whole nother side to this comment that I think I agree with, and it's that Disney is being lazy with inclusivity. One person posted a tweet that says Disney loves to race swap these days instead of creating original and new characters that are people of color. There was another tweet that said Disney is more focused on race swapping original characters as opposed to putting in the time to make a new product with a more diverse cast. Now, this side of the comment I understand and I definitely agree with. Yes, it would be more meaningful for Disney to create more original movies that tell black stories and have black characters. The second most comment that I saw was based on creativity. Now, this has to do with Yara's look as Tinkerbell. As we all know, Tinkerbell is known for a blonde hair, blue eye. But as we can see from these photos, that's not blonde hair and blue eyes, and Yara, she almost looks natural. I feel like what worked with Halle Bailey as Little Mermaid was her long colored locks. Her look wasn't too far off from the original, and plus she can sing, whereas this look with Yara as Tinkerbell, it's a bit off. Tinkerbell, she's a magical fairy, and I know that Disney is going for the more realistic side of things, but they could have upped the creativity a little more when it comes to her look. But this is just a sneak peek. Who knows what she'll, really look like throughout the film. She definitely does look naturally beautiful, and I think she does have some fairy features, like as far as her ears, but in my opinion, I think they could have gotten a little more creative with her look. She's supposed to be a fairy, And then the last and final comment that I saw most of was that Yara Shahidi can't act. People were literally tweeting, everybody's talking about race and looks, but y'all are not talking about the fact that she can't act. And I'm like, she can't act. I know she's known from the show Blackish and Grownish, and I've never saw either show, but she really can't act. She really can't act. I mean, she's a fairy. I don't think there's much acting that she can do. I don't even think Tinkerbell has dialogue or speaking lines. I don't know. She might have some this time around, but she really can't. I mean, she's supposed to be a fairy. I don't know what else she's supposed to do. I don't even think Tinkerbell talked that much. I don't know. I guess we won't find out until the Peter Pan and Wendy movie officially hit Disney Plus in April. As always, comment down below and let me know your thoughts about Yara Shahidi as Tinkerbell. I'm excited for her and all this black girl magic. It just sucks that she has to get so much negativity for this major role. All right, enough Disney characters and animation and creativity. Let's go into the reality, okay? Because Real Housewives of Atlanta star Drew Sidora and her husband Ralph Pittman are getting a divorce after nearly 9 years of marriage. News first broke that Ralph filed first. This was surprising to me because based on what we see on TV, if you are a fan of Real Housewives of Atlanta, we see what's going on TV. And it's like, he really got some nerve to file first because based on TV, he's the problem. But we're going to get into that. But it was then said that Drew beat him to it by 61 minutes. They just race to the courthouse. Just going through these Atlanta streets, racing to the courthouse. Clearly, they are both ready to cut ties. Divorce isn't a good thing, but our HOA fans are saying, good for Drew. Since Drew's time on The Real Housewives, everyone has noticed the red flags when it comes to her marriage. I want to say on Drew's first season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, I believe that was like season 13, Ralph took a trip to Tampa without telling her. Red flag. What husband does that? Then the next season, season 14, Drew caught Ralph having text messages with a former female assistant that offered to give him a massage. Red flag. Throughout all of this, we're witnessing Ralph's continuous gaslighting towards Drew. But they continue to be transparent and show their ups and downs of their relationship and also them going to counseling. Ralph did make a statement to People's Magazine saying, this is a difficult decision for them to make and for them to move on to the next chapters and file for divorce. But Drew spoke out and laid it all out on why she's calling it quits. This is coming from TMZ. Apparently, Drew says she simply cannot take Ralph's continued blatant disrespect and mental abuse any longer. She accused Ralph of being a serial cheater during their marriage. Apparently, she had women that Ralph had dealings with send her screenshots. She says Ralph has gotten physically aggressive with her. Ralph drew a large sum of money from her bank account. This is really a sad situation, but reality TV brings a lot of stuff to the light. It's unfortunate that their marriage couldn't work. They do have kids together, and Drew says there's no chance or hope of reconciliation. Ralph. But when I tell you that my eyes will be glued to the TV this season for Real Housewives of Atlanta, I'm locked in because I just got to see how this all plays out. Comment down below and let me know what you think on this situation regarding the divorce of Drew Sidora and Ralph Pittman. All right, everybody, if you made it to the end, thank you for tuning into another episode of On the TL with me, Jay Couture, right here on the Reese Radio YouTube channel. Make sure you're following me on all platforms at Miss Couture 3 underscores. That's MSCOUTURE____. Again, subscribe. You never miss out. Another episode coming soon. And I'll see y'all next time.